Good morning. This is Philip with RTX Honeybees. It's October the 28th, 2024. And it's about 75 to moving to 80 and on to 88 degrees today. It's in the morning, so it's still pretty cool. I keep bees here in north central and central Texas. I'm going to be pulling the honey supers off of my Coppell bee yard this morning. Hopefully we'll get a little fall honey, we'll see. But I'm going to show you guys the pulling of the honey and the extracting of the honey. So thank you for coming along, and let's get started. I'm using fume boards. As cool as it is, I don't know how effective they'll be, but I'll probably end up having to brush a lot of the bees off as well. That's about the heaviest nuke I've ever picked up. It might be honey bound. Doesn't look like much honey in this top. A little bit. Could be the hive beetles. We'll go with that. We'll go ahead and take this one off of this one too. A lot of bees in the top of this one. Put these down by their entrance so they can climb back in. That box has a little bit more weight than I thought it would have. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, that honey bandit's not terribly effective. I'm going to probably have to brush these off. This one hardly has any weight to it at all, but let's see. I wonder if I should go through these, and I bet neither one. I don't think this colony really made me much honey. Let's just see if there's anything in any of these. It's kind of that's just a trace amount. Let's spin that out. Throw this for weight. Yeah, it's light. So these bees need to be fed. This pollen. A bit of pollen in that side. Maybe that's a little bit of honey. This one has a little. See if I can show you. But it's just, it's just a smidge. Oh, it's so thick too. I think it's not going to come out even in the spinner. I don't want to create a robbing frenzy, so I am going to put this away. See what it tastes like. Yep, fall honey. This one actually has a little bit of weight to it. Like I said, I don't know if I can get it to spin out or not. Definitely dry. And that's empty. Alright, those four have a trace amount. We'll put it over here to the side. And we'll just go through this one. If we can get one box out of this, I'll be happy. This has a tiny bit of capped right here. Got a decent amount of capped on that side. We'll take that. I didn't know it. Well, guys, I did find something kind of interesting. This is a deep, double deep, I guess you could call it. And I was doing an experiment with the acorn frames that someone had given me. And this particular colony, I think it had 2 acorn frames. Yeah, 2 of the plastic acorn frames. And then the rest was all undrawn comb. And in that, you gotta go back and look at that video, but in that video I was really impressed with the acorn frames, and I still am. Let me just show you. Okay, there's nothing in these first 2. There's nothing. Matter of fact, they stole the wax out of the starter strip in these first 2 combs. First 2 frames. Third frame over. Yes, they drew a little bit of it right next to the acorn frame, and it's got a little bit of honey in it, which I'll take off. But I'm taking this box off for winter. Now this is the first acorn frame. It's completely drawn out, full of honey, really heavy. No eggs or brood in it, because there is no queen's glitter. So I'm going to take that, extract that honey. And then the other acorn frame's about the same or better, but between the 2 acorn frames, my empty frame, which was just a starter strip, and it's in the dead center of the colony. Look at that. Full frame of honey. Both sides. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm really happy with this. I'm going to put the fume board back on it. Try to get a few more of those bees off. I'll probably have to brush them too. But yeah, not a terrible idea. You could buy yourself some acorn frames and then checkerboard them with your foundationless frames, and bees draw them out pretty good. Okay, so here's what we have. Let's see. I think that's 7 supers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 medium supers. Over in that chair right there is a super of deeps and a couple of deeps right here. So anyway, none of these are full. They're all partially full, so who knows what we'll get. But when I come back, I'm going to give you guys just a quick tour of the extraction setup. All right, let me give you all a quick tour of my extraction setup. Just basically in my house here. I taped down some cardboard that was protect the floor. This is my uncapping tank, homemade uncapping tank. It's got a drain on the front of it. I put my comb to be uncapped right next to it. Uncap with standard offset serrated knife and just the forks, uncapping forks that everybody uses. Right here, these are just stuck here for now, but this is another uncapping tank. The first one I got when I bought my bee equipment from a guy who was getting out of it. But I use this. What I do is I uncap into the extractor, and then when that's going, I uncap and I stage the next frames here. Those are the 7 supers right there that we just pulled. This is my extractor. They call it an 8 frame, but it's really a 4 frame. You can put 2 mediums here, but you got to rubber band them together. I just put a medium but down in this slot, 4 of them, and extract. So I think the reason they call it an 8, you put 4 in here and then you put 4 tangentially, which that's what I'll do with my deeps. I'll take my deeps and hopefully they fit. Yeah, see. I'll put my deeps here and then I'll put my mediums here. And so I will be extracting with 8. That's the first couple of rounds. That's the extractor. Just put it into I do run it through a filter screen, metal screen, which I don't have in just yet, but I will. And that's it. So when I come back, we'll be extracting. See y'all in a minute. Well, I was going to show you guys the extraction part, but I went to work and my son extracted most of the honey. That's Noah. He's extracted all but 3 mediums, but I have something to pull tomorrow. You think that'll drain out if you open that honey gate? No? Open that honey gate.
It should go everywhere. It's really thick.
Some super thick, dark fall honey. Just the way we like it. We've got 1 bucket and about 1/3 of a bucket. Probably 50, probably got about 75 pounds so far. I'm hopeful for, I was hoping for like 140 out of this first batch, but I'm probably not going to get it. Alright, we'll come back later. Okay, it's the next day, Tuesday, and it's windy, kind of rainy. It's not supposed to rain till tomorrow, but I already had some sprinkles today, so I'm going ahead and suit up good today because I'm going to move through this quick as possible. So I got like 15 supers to go through. I'm sure that maybe half of those are full or have something in them, so just going to let you guys watch some of it and we'll get back to extracting. Noah was able to extract all that I pulled yesterday, the 8 supers, so hopefully he can do that again today. Feels like 0 in that box. Just a few drops. Leave that alone. A few more drops, but not much at all. Same situation, hardly anything, but we'll take it. Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing in this box. Empty, completely empty. This one's got a little bit. Put that on that first. I'll bet there's like 5 pounds of honey in this box. Quite a few bees. Quite a few bees in this box, so there'll be a tiny bit of honey in there. Hey, Finally something I can show the camera. If you guys can catch it. Got nectar in it. This side's got a little bit of capped. But it's pretty full of honey. A little bit capped. I wish they were all like this. Fume boards are not doing much. See how many bees I'm still dealing with? It does have a little weight to it. Oh, more bees have come up in there. Shoot. Shouldn't have left it on top of that hive. Oh, I told you guys I would, if I found something interesting, I'd stop and show you. Well, boy, did I ever. Okay, I told you if I found something interesting, I would stop, show it to you. Can you guys see what I did? Look at this super. Yeah. I got the super on upside down. I only put it up here for them to clean out because this had a lot of wax moth damage, but that super is upside down. They're not going to fill a super that's upside down. Crazy. Magic. I think I'm worse with that bee brush than I am with a hive tool. Oh, where's my bee brush? Gotta be right here. I got it! Yeah! I wish I could see more of this, but I'm not seeing very much. A little bit of capped, got the full frame. Even drew it out a little bit, but that's the exception rather than the rule this fall. We've had a lot of serious lack of rain. A little something to harvest. 3 frames right there together that have some honey. Oh gosh, I don't have a box. Done. Believe it or not, that's my first sting in 2 days of taking honey. It's because my gloves are kind of blowing out. There's not much in this box. That next box below that I'm working on, full of honey. Perfect. Probably 30 pounds in there. Completely empty. Alright, this is the last box. I put a lot of Honey Bandit on there because I really wanted to blow out that box. It looks like it's working. This is the only decent honey super I've gotten this fall. Let's see, well, it's not that great actually. With all the bees off of it, it's not as great as I thought. You guys can see that. But there's a little bit of honey in there. Looks like the Honey Bandit worked pretty good, so I'm just going to take this whole super. It's not as heavy as I thought it was. Probably more like 25 pounds. Yeah, I spoke too soon. There's actually one more hive over here away from these other ones that I have 3 supers on. Let me go. I'll take you over there to show you that one. Okay, this is the last one right here. So 3 supers, but I know one of them doesn't have anything in it. Maybe we'll get one somewhat full super out of it. Okay, that's it. All the supers are off. Partial, there's 7 supers there, but they're certainly not full. I think the ones I pulled yesterday had about 15 pounds each in them. I'd be surprised if these had that much. They haven't had even a trace of honey in them. I pulled them just to try to keep the robbing down over in the other area. Pretty good robbing starting up here, so I got to get these things inside. I'm bringing out the supers from the day before that were already extracted so the bees could clean them out. Okay, we're through with the fall honey extraction 2024. Bees are cleaning everything up. Didn't get much wax capping because hardly anything was capped. So, what was the total? Well, it was low as I expected. I got 4 mostly full 5-gallon buckets and 1 a little more than half. And the total for 2024 fall harvest was 203 pounds. I want to thank everybody for coming along on this harvest. I also want to thank my son Noah, who extracted every drop of honey by himself. I didn't even have to touch a frame, really. So that was good coming out of it. This is Philip with RTX Honeybees. Thank you for watching.